So, pick up where we left off on a brief little recap.
Welcome back to Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
After the battle with the Beholder, the party begin to walk in the open, and they see the shadowy figure they saw before, and it tells them that they have survived the night. But if they wish to leave this plane, they must face judgment. As they're walking, Nathaniel and Nishun investigate the stone using the Telecaster. The stone begins to say, "Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world. True beauty lies within. Can you take me there?" The stone then begins to repeat these lines over and over to the point of madness. Nishun then decides to put the stone in his pocket to prevent them from going insane. They walk for what felt like days, terrain only slightly changing. The party starts to think that death would be a better outcome, to which Bard begins to walk to each member, making sure everyone is holding up. Suddenly, the party begins to hear voices getting louder within their heads, causing them to fall onto their knees momentarily. After a breather, they continue to walk until they see a huge ship in the distance. From a tower nearby is a light so bright it illuminated the entire ship as if it was near the shore. And after a moment, the light from the tower hits the ship, causing it to sink, leaving only a burning fire too far for the eye to see. Suddenly, something big underground begins to rush towards the party, and before they could react, the ground beneath them gives away. When they awake, they are met with an archway that says, "See no evil, the Temple of Vision." As they walk in the temple, they are met with statues of different deities in this world, and when they look upon the statue of Dios, they notice red vines covering the statue. They continue to explore the temple and come across a room with rocks blocking a doorway. When they move the rocks, water begins to drop, touching the red vines, causing it to revive itself. And within the doorway appeared 2 more beholders. And after a long battle, they defeated them. From the corpses of the beholders, as if it were a miracle, the party manages to retrieve the last ingredient they needed, the holy retina flesh. They continue down the stairs, and they are met with a room with a ritual table in the center. They begin to perform the ritual, and as Ohm tosses the key into the ritual table in the center, a cauldron begins to emit a blue smoke. The last thing Nishun sees is Ohm walking away. What will happen to Nishun now that the curing is underway? Where was Ohm until now? Why did he have the key? Find out more in this session of Blood, sweat, and tears.
Hey, this is Guitar Bard from Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I have some images I drew from memory on some of the events that happened on our journey. Now, it has been some time since these events happened, so these images may or may not be accurate. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoy it. When everyone was hearing the voices, it was different for each person. For me, it was Marco breathing heavily over me. For Nashun, it was Marco insulting Alistar to the point that you felt bad for him. For Limewell, it was an evil cackle that only grew louder. And for Nathaniel, it was Alistar crying heavily, which also grew louder.